Hey, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all is well. I'm here to tell you why I'm right and you're wrong. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm probably right. You're probably wrong. But that's not why I'm here. We're here to talk about Monday Night Raw and the happenings in the wrestling world and all the complaining within the IWC. Does it make sense? Or is it a bunch of BS like usual? What's up, Brianna? What's up? What's up, Connor? I hope all is well. A lot of stuff happened last night. I mean, there was a good Monday Night Raw. Can't complain too much, can you? Monday Night Raw was good. If I don't say so myself, I thought it was a good show. You had a title change. You had the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. You had a lot of stuff happening, and can't complain about too much. But there were some stuff that are worth some discussion. We diving into that now. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and let's talk about what happened. And if the internet's complaining makes any sense. So where do you want to start? Monday Night Raw. Oh, I know. Gunther winning. Ha ha ha. So I've made my opinion on Jey Uso clear. I don't dislike Jey Uso, but I was kind of happy to see him lose. Now it's funny because I had come to the point, what's up, David, that I actually started to accept his reign. Like, you know what? It's fine. He's champion. Who cares? Whatever. The second I started to actually be okay with him being champion, he loses. You can't make it up. Now, he lost in front of his son on a Monday Night Raw without much fanfare or hype or build, in the sense that most people thought he was going to win. This was a shock and surprise. Are you upset? Does it make sense? What's his reign? Like 51 days? I mean, it is what it is. At this point, I'm convinced that Triple H told Gunther, hey, Gunther, you're going to lose that Mania by a chokehold, but don't worry. We're going to get it back to you. But let's just have Jey have his moment, and then we'll get back to you being champion, okay? Just go along with it for now, and we'll get back to you. Wow. So Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso lost in main event of Raw. Not on PLE, not on nothing. Just a regular old Monday Night Raw loss. I'm happy because Monday Night Raw needs to be more spontaneous. It needs to feel more surprised. It needs to feel like anything can happen, you know? So I'm kind of happy it happened like that. Am I complaining? No. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Now, does this mean we're going to get Gunther against Goldberg or something like that? I don't know. I mean, is there a plan in place? Is this happening for a particular reason, like a Goldberg, like Ilya Dragunov? Are we getting Ilya Dragunov coming up? I don't know. But either way, no matter the reason, no matter how upset Rikishi's going to get, I'm okay with this outcome. I'm okay with it. The yeeting will still go on. He'll still get the yeets. Okay, he'll still get the yeets. Not worried about the yeeting. Okay, I'm not worried about that. That'll still come. So here's a question for the chat. Are you okay with this? Are you upset? Do you think he got done dirty? Are you gonna start a riot like Rikishi? Are you gonna start doing we want Jey and Jey got screwed chants? Are you gonna go to the crowd and start chanting it at Raw events in NXT and SmackDown? Let me know. Ilya versus Gunther at Clash at Paris, real graps. That'd be a hell of a match. Are you ever gonna address the bigger problem, or does that only matter when it comes to your fave, Bianca? You know what, Ministry of Dark? You're about this close from getting blocked. You're about this close, okay? This close, all right? I will talk about EO here in a second, okay? I know that's what your problem is, I'm sure. I'll get to EO in a second. So are you guys good with this result? Or were you thirsty for more Jey? Were you thirsty for more yeeting as champ? I am okay with this outcome. I'm okay with it. I think we're getting Sammy winning King of the Ring. I think he's getting to the finals at least. Gunther wins. I don't have a problem with it. I don't. I think we're gonna get Gunther, Goldberg, Gunther, Ilya Dragunov, Gunther, somebody else. I'm trying to think about the SummerSlam match because I don't think Gunther is gonna lose the belt before SummerSlam. So the SummerSlam match, I'm curious. I would love to see Ilya Dragunov, Gunther. I don't need to see. I think who was it? I think a Wrestle Features that said something else. What was it? He said it'd be Sami Zayn. I don't want to see another Sami Gunther match. I don't need to see another one. Sami beat Gunther for the IC title. I don't need to see Sami face him for the world title. Okay, let's push Sami down, push him to the Royal Rumble. Okay, the Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia. Why not have? Here's the plan. Here's the grand Sami Zayn plan. Okay, Sami gets to the King of the Ring. He loses. Oh, everybody's upset. Oh, he lost. Yada yada, whatever. Right. Then we get to the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and then Sami Zayn wins. Okay, that's what you do. That's what you do. Okay, let him have the big moment in Saudi for the Rumble, but let him fail to win the King of the Ring this month. That's what you do. So Gunther makes Jey go to sleep, and that's that. I'm okay with it, but I'm here for a live talk. You're gonna get, by the way, the braces are gone. The braces are gone, as you can see. Look at that, it's all gone. Did you notice? All gone. No metal. At least not in the front. So you guys okay with it? I'm okay with it as well. Gunther wins. He stands tall. Let's talk about. This is kind of sad. Not really sad. His son's all right. He's all right. His son will be all right. You can get yours off too, David. That's gonna be good. Yes, he's fine with me. Fine with me as well. We got more Gunther grabs coming up. We're good to go. All right, let's move on. You guys don't want to talk about Gunther. Let's move on to the King and Queen. Oh, I will say this. Some people thought that Seth was going to show up. I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad there was no interference or weird cash-in attempt, nothing like that. So I'm happy with that. Let Gunther have his moment. Champion is back. Order has been restored. The ring general is here. Jey had his moment. We move. All right, let's talk about the King and Queen of the Ring Tourneys. Okay. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find the graphic here. I know they showed it on TV. Let's see if I can find the graphic for the King and Queen of the Ring. Okay, those are paid for. Here we go. All right, so breaking news last night. Asuka is back. So look at this graphic here. You had Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, Liv Morgan, Raquel. I said Raquel. Raquel showed up. Perez. You got on the other Raw side, Asuka. What did Nikki Bella say? Stephanie Bouquet. So you got Asuka, Stephanie Bouquet, Raquel, and Ivy Nile. SmackDown, you got Flair, Bliss, Green, and Candice LeRae. And on the other side of SmackDown, you got Jade, Michin, Piper Niven, and Nia Jax. Now, when I saw this lineup originally, I thought Rhea Ripley was going to advance because you have Liv Morgan and Roxanne in a program. They're going to get in each other's way, and Raquel, I did not see her showing up, so I had Rhea Ripley advancing. But I did say, if Rhea Ripley was going to be eliminated from the damn tournament, it would have to happen in the first round, because there she would not get pinned. If she advances, there's no way you can convince me Triple H is going to book her to get pinned. So I knew if she's going to be out, it would have been in the first round, where she doesn't have to eat a pin. That's what happened. But I was wrong. I was wrong, because I had Rhea Ripley advancing. So this match is very good, actually. Very good match. And we got Raquel showing up to get in Rhea Ripley's way. So we're always wondering what are they gonna do with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is kind of like in line with Io Sky constantly. So there's nobody here that's been built up to take on Rhea Ripley. So it makes sense to me that Rhea will be facing Io very soon because there's nobody here. Well, they decided to finally utilize Raquel Rodriguez. So I would assume we're getting Raquel Rhea Ripley feud. Great. That makes sense. Okay, fine. This time, actually use Raquel right. Because last time, you made Raquel look like a chump. So maybe this time Raquel gets some actual decent booking here. And she looks kind of strong. You have a legitimate feud here. But we'll see. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced they're going to give her a legitimate feud here with Rhea Ripley. I'm not convinced. Asuka's back. Asuka is now a legitimate threat in this tournament, especially if you don't want to push right now Stephanie Vaquer or Stephanie Vaquer if you're Nikki Bella. So I'm still going to lean Stephanie, but I'm not sure. Asuka has a chance because she's returning. Maybe we want to do Asuka Charlotte Flair for the nostalgia, for old time's sake. So I can see Asuka advancing here, but it's between those two, right? Because Rhea Ripley would definitely come down there and get her revenge on Raquel. That's for damn sure. So between Asuka or Stephanie, right? Up top, Charlotte advances. Why? Alexa Bliss was in the tournament, was in the Money in the Bank. So now you give Charlotte Flair this move. That makes sense. Alexa gets Money in the Bank. Charlotte gets this. So of course, Charlotte Flair would advance. If she doesn't, I'd be shocked. So you have Charlotte advancing, facing Stephanie or Asuka. Bottom left, Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring last year. She's not going to advance at this point. Jade advances. So you're going to get Jade against Roxanne Perez, and you're going to get Asuka or Stephanie Vaquer against Charlotte Flair. Which is some solid matches. Raquel was definitely helping Roxanne. Oh, you think they're both going to turn on Liv? That's interesting. I gotta go back and watch that and see if that's what happened. If she was like helping Roxanne alone. Okay, so let's talk about what actually happened, right? So Roxanne, before the show, wanted to work with Liv Morgan. Not before the show, but before the match. Wanted to work with Liv. It's like, hey, Liv, let's work together. We can do it together. Let's team up. Liv Morgan's like, nah, I don't need your help. Leave me alone, you youngin. Just get out of my way. I'll let me cook and I'll advance by myself, right? That's what she said. Well, it turns out Roxanne and Liv Morgan can't get on the same page. Well, they tried to during the match, and it worked out for a while there. Worked out for a while. But ultimately, Roxanne gets the last laugh when she bridges Kairi Sane and gets the win because Raquel got Rhea Ripley out of there. I love the storytelling here. I love this, by the way. I love what they're doing with the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is interesting. It's compelling. I like the character interaction. I like what Liv Morgan is doing. Liv Morgan, I said it before, I said it again. Her character and her stuff got better when she dropped the belt. It's more interesting. It's more intriguing. When she's on the screen, I sit up straight in my chair because I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? I'm invested in the storyline. Got Finn Balor trying to screw her over, make her miserable. He's giddy with anticipation with every interaction she has with Dom or Roxanne Perez as she continues to spiral. And she's just down in the dumps and she's getting worse and worse. And she's trying to crash out and Finn is loving it. I like that dynamic. I like to see where it's going to go. And I'm loving it. Now, she loses this match, right? She loses this match. And then later on, when she goes backstage to talk to Judgment Day, and they're kind of celebrating because Roxanne won. And before that, there's a little interaction between Finn and Dom. Finn's like, hey, Dom, why are you in the King of the Ring and I'm not? Dom's like, well, Finn, you lost the Money in the Bank qualifier, so I thought maybe this would be my chance. It's all good. It's all fun. It's all compelling to watch. I love the interaction. This is good. Liv Morgan goes backstage and says, hey, what are you guys celebrating? Oh, Roxanne advances. So, okay, you won. Okay, cool. Roxanne's like, well, I stopped them from pinning you. So like Roxanne is clearly in it for herself. Her and Finn has some type of backstage or backhand agreement that they don't know about, right? Behind the scenes. but Roxanne comes across as genuine. I don't think she is, but I just love this dynamic. I love what's happening here. And Liv Morgan is one of the main characters of the show. Now, let's talk about the Liv Morgan stands and how they're upset with the storyline. You see, when it comes to certain folks, all that matters is winning and losing. Doesn't matter the storyline. Doesn't matter the narrative. Nothing. My fave is losing, therefore I am upset. I think this is misguided, especially when it comes to this story. Doesn't matter. I always say it doesn't matter who's champion. Does not matter who's champion. We'll talk about Io Sky in a second. Look at Io Sky. Here's a question for the chat. Honestly, honest question. Creatively, who would you rather be? Io Sky or Liv Morgan? Straight up question. I'm looking to the chat. Please respond. Right now, creatively, who would you rather be? Liv Morgan or the world champion, Io Sky? I want to see the responses here. Let's look at the chat. Just answer Io or Liv. Connor says Liv. I'd rather not be champ. Right. Io? Okay, wrestling guy. But to be honest, I'd rather be champ. Champions come special reactions. Liv, obviously. Io. Here's the thing. Like a broken record. I'm like a broken record with this. It does not matter who is champion. What matters is who has the story. Liv Morgan is the main character right now on Raw, or one of them. She had the story. She had 4 segments. She's getting great pops. You saw what happened when she went out there to talk to Nikki Bella? So you better say my name. The crowd popped, right? She is in the limelight. She's in the forefront. She's getting the storylines. The champion is just backstage with the belt. I literally always say this. Babyface champions often are in the position of title holder in the women's division. Just backstage holding a belt. Okay, you're champion. Okay. Are you on TV? Are you in a compelling storyline? Are you doing anything right now? No. If I'm Liv Morgan fans, I'm excited. Oh, but you're losing matches. Losing matches is fine if it's serving the storyline, which it is. The story is, if you don't know, Finn Balor is trying to make Liv Morgan's life miserable. He's upset. He's being petty. He's using Roxanne to facilitate this mission of giving Liv Morgan hell. And it's working. If it wasn't working, if she was winning matches, the story would be bullshit. The story doesn't work if Liv Morgan is winning. Therefore, she's losing. It's serving a purpose. You want to see your fave win, but to what end? Just to win matches? Liv Morgan, spoiler alert, not winning the world champion. She's not winning the world championship anytime soon. That's the reality situation. So you want her to win matches for the sake of what? It's not serving the storyline. So just go out there and win. Oh, she won another match. Okay, well, now what? Nothing. She just wins. It's like AJ Styles right now. He won a match. Okay, so what? What is it leading to? To what end? Liv Morgan is losing to facilitate a storyline where she's going backstage. She's upset. She's talking to Roxanne and Finn and Dom, and she's walking off all pissed. She's going out there to confront Nikki Bella because she's upset. She's in a bad mood. Like, you better say my name. I know I'm losing. I'm losing right now. I'm in a bad way. I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm losing matches, but don't forget about me. You better say my name. It's all serving the storyline they're telling. So to be upset because your favorite's losing, if it's Michin, or dare I say Kairi Sane, she's just losing matches for no purpose, that's one thing. Her losses is serving a narrative that is compelling and interesting, and you're complaining. It doesn't make any sense to me from a storytelling perspective. Pro wrestling is a storytelling business. Okay, her losing is serving a purpose, leading to something, and you're complaining about it. Oh no, I want my fave to win a qualifying match so she can then lose the next round. Spoiler alert, Liv Morgan is not winning the world title right now. She's in a storyline with Roxanne and Finn that's interesting and good. Her losing is facilitating that narrative, and we're going to get a good conclusion, a payoff to that. That's going to be good, we hope. We got to let it play out. Her winning would hurt the storyline. So why would Finn Balor be happy or be enjoying this if Liv Morgan was winning anyway? That doesn't work. It makes no sense. So of course she has to lose. We don't want to hear that. You want to say, no, my fave needs to win matches. Well, Liv Morgan is in a very good spot. Very good spot. She's being featured. She's confronting Nikki Bella. She's getting 4 freaking segments on the show. Talk to Kairi Sane fans. Talk to Ivy Nile fans. Talk to name them up. He's in a great spot. A great spot. She's being featured in a good storyline. Anyway, so that's my Liv Morgan piece. Liv is getting very good interactions. She is, because she's in a compelling storyline. She's not getting reactions because she's winning. She's getting reactions because she's in a good spot creatively. That's what matters. Her promo against Nikki Bella was great. I like her acting, her delivery, everything was awesome. She's cooking. And I just think people need to calm down. Okay. So let's talk. What's next to talk about? Let's see. Let's talk about quickly little CM Punk John Cena interaction. John Cena has come down and made sure to put the fans in their place about their R-Truth chant and their R-Truth enthusiasm, right? He told them, hey, R-Truth is a gimmick. Stop wasting my time with that freaking class clown. You got the keyboard warriors. You're nothing. Your voice means nothing. You changed nothing. And he basically just putting down R-Truth. Then you had CM Punk come out there. CM Punk was there to address John Cena as man-to-man about his actions and the way he's behaving and how he's turning into a monster. He says that he has turned into a monster to stop the monster. And chasing the title makes you a monster, is what he said. I thought this was a fine promo. I didn't think it was amazing or great. I thought it was good. It served as a purpose. And then John Cena pulls the ultimate heel move by saying, hey, you want to wrestle? Fine, we can wrestle, but not tonight. You want this belt? You're going to have to go to Saudi Arabia. Of course, the internet was set ablaze because CM Punk, his morals, he wasn't supposed to go to Saudi Arabia, right? Because he said it was blood money. Remember his tweet to The Miz, you know? That was the talk. I don't have a problem with CM Punk going to Saudi Arabia. I know some people do. They want some type of explanation or some type of justification. They want him to address this because he comes off like a hypocrite, they say. I don't really care. It is pro wrestling. He worked for WWE. John Cena, CM Punk will be a big match in Saudi Arabia, whatever. Should he have to address it somehow? Sure. He made such a big deal about it before. His comments about WWE, his comments to The Miz, sure, he should address it somehow. But beyond that, I'm fine. Address it once and move on. I don't need to have a long essay or explanation as to why you're going to Saudi Arabia. I get it. Okay, I get it. It's fine. But that's just me. There are some people who they see CM Punk as a truth teller. You know, he's a truth teller and he's supposed to be the genuine guy. So he must come out and address his going to Saudi Arabia. Fine, whatever. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Are you guys worried about it? Are you taken aback? Are you disappointed? Are you upset that CM Punk is going to Saudi? What say you? You think he's a hypocrite? Maybe he is. Do I care that much? No, not really. I think I have a feeling that Triple H might turn Rhea Ripley heel. I don't think so. I think those days are behind us for a while. I'm gonna get to EO in a second. Ministry of Dark. So just calm down. Kyrie don't get storylines. Okay. See, Will, you won't acknowledge. I'm in a flow. I will get to EO later on. I'm talking about CM Punk right now. Therefore, it'd be weird for the audio listeners for me to interject about EO right now. I'm getting to EO in a minute. Okay. But yeah, I think CM Punk John Cena will headline Saudi. It'll be fine. I don't need explanation at all. It is what it is. It's fine. Okay. I do think it's interesting that he thinks that getting the belt will corrupt him. Was he chasing the belt? I guess not. He wanted to main event WrestleMania. He wasn't necessarily trying to get the belt. So I guess he's in the clear. I guess he's in the clear there, you know? Because it's not really contradicting him earlier, because I guess his goal was to main event WrestleMania, not so much to get the belt. So I guess it works. But now he wants to get the belt to stop John Cena. I guess I am surprised they're doing John Cena, CM Punk in Saudi Arabia. Not like at a SummerSlam, something like that. If you imagine, John Cena has to face a CM Punk. He has to face a AJ Styles at some point. Probably got to face maybe even R-Truth again. There's matches he has to make. He has to do them. So I guess they can't wait. So they have to get these matches out of the way. So CM Punk, John Cena is as good as now's as good a time as ever. So just do it now, because there's not going to be a better chance. Maybe there's a big plan for SummerSlam. Maybe it'll be CM Punk against someone else, and you'll have John Cena against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. So they don't have time to wait. Fine, that makes sense. That makes sense. Bianca missing Evolution? That's not confirmed, is it? That's not confirmed. Is it? Is that confirmed? I'm not convinced. Okay, let's talk about Io Sky here in a second. But before I do that, I want to find the Io Nikki Bella image here. I need to talk about it so Ministry of Dark can calm the hell down. Let's find it. Let's see. Where is my Io Nikki Bella interaction here? I passed it. So what would you guys give Raw? I would give Raw like it was a good show. I thought it was a good show. Give like probably a 9 out of 10. Got the title change, you got Nikki Bella showing up, you got the tournament. I'll give like a 9 out of 10. I liked Monday Night Raw a lot. I thought it was good. It's always good to have a surprise title change. Here's the question. What was more surprising? Gunther beating Jey last night, or Io beating Rhea Ripley right after the Chamber? Honestly, I go with Rhea Ripley losing. Considering Rhea Ripley is Triple H's daughter, I think that's more surprising. Honestly. But that's just me. Rhea losing? Agreed. How come we don't get Raws like this all the time? Honestly, I would never want to be a booker. Booking is hard. I already know that. I would be so scared to book anything for that show, for Raw or SmackDown. I don't envy that position. It's a hard job. Trying to work the storylines and get everybody on the TV and keep track of the storylines and make it all make sense to keep track of it. I would not want to be in charge of that at all. There's not like a thankless job sometimes to be a head booker. I'll openly admit that. Okay, let's talk about Io Sky. She's a hot topic for you folks. So Nikki Bella's walking around backstage, and she runs into Maxine and the Low-Key legend, Natalia. They have a nice little wholesome moment. Then she finds Io Sky, say, "Hey Io, I always respect you, yada yada yada." Io says, "You paved the way for us," and it's all nice and wholesome. And then Nikki Bella walks off. Io's fangirling. And that is your Io segment for the show. Now, this is a recurring thing where Io gets 10 seconds, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you're surprised by that, you probably have not been listening to a word I've been saying. For the last, I don't know, 3 months, I've said the second Io wins that belt, you're going to treat her like a side character. They do not like writing for Io, clearly. I told you that the second Becky won that belt, she became the 8 champion, and that's what happened. I've been on point when it comes to Io Sky's booking the entire way. Check the receipts. I've been right the entire way. Now, is this a good thing? Of course not. Is it stupid? Sure. Yes. Should Io be getting more time, get more storylines? Yes. But I'm numb to it because it's not a surprise. Look no further than Bayley's run. Bayley won the belt at the Mania, just like Io Sky retained. Bayley beat Io, and what happened? Nothing creatively. Nothing of substance or interesting moments. And what happened? She dropped the belt to Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley, bad example. She gets featured a lot. Bianca Belair, when she was done with Damage Control, she had a good 3-month segment or 3 months bracket of time where she was getting nothing. She was walking around with backstage with the belt. She was walking around with the belt, being a belt holder. She had a very, very bad feud with Alexa Bliss. Did nothing until she dropped the belt to Asuka, basically. This is what they do with baby faces. Fun fact, Tiffany Stratton, if you had to guess, who would you say has had more matches since Mania? Tiffany or Io Sky? Just intuitively, if you had to guess, who has more matches since Mania? Io or Tiffany? You may think it's been Tiffany. You'd be wrong. Io has wrestled 4 times since Mania. Tiffany, 3. I repeat, Io Sky has wrestled 4 times post-Mania. Tiffany had wrestled only 3. Isn't that crazy? Doesn't feel that way, but it is. Io has wrestled more since Mania, but Tiffany has had a title match. So one of her only 3 matches were title matches against Nia Jax. But yeah, both of them are not wrestling. Both of them walking around backstage holding the belt. Now, Tiffany had a segment in the ring the other day. She had a promo, a very short promo. What time is it? Tiffany time. Both of them are getting bad booking, right? Io is probably worse because like I said, they don't like writing for her. They don't like writing for her. Okay, they don't trust her on the mic, clearly. I don't know why. I don't like it. It's stupid. They don't trust her on the mic. They don't. And it is becoming numb and boring and just typical. So if you don't see me being upset online, it's because I'm numb to it and I've been calling it for months. If you've been watching me or listen to me at all, I've been telling you the entire time. Io Sky would be treated like a secondary character. Becky Lynch would be the 8 champion. So it's happening, and I'm supposed to flip out. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, it's bad. It's annoying. It sucks. But this is what's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen no matter what I say or tweet. Okay. So if you want me to go on a rant, sure, but it's meaningless. I can't lie to you guys and so this is what people do online. They're performative. It's staged. It's scripted. Their anger and their tweets are all bullshit. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have performative reactions online, okay? I think this sucks. Io Sky is one of my favorite wrestlers. I knew it was going to happen. It's happening, and I'm numb to it. That's the reality situation. I'm not going to be online and, I'm going to fake outrage and it sucks, but I'm just numb to it. Is that okay? It's going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen. What can I do? What can anybody do? I mean, we can start some hashtags and see if it helps. Help for our truth. We can, tag Triple H. Sure, I'll do that. But I'm not going to go ranting about it when I've been calling it for months. Okay? That makes sense? I think Io Sky is saying that Nikki Bella paved the way for her. It's kind of funny. I get it from a WWE stance, but Io Sky is from the Joshi world, and she's one of the best ever from Japan. So it's kind of like a weird thing, really. But I get it from a WWE perspective. She's saying what came before paved the way for us, so it works. Do I love the segment? No. Did she have more stuff? Yes. I was the one campaigning, if you remember, I was the one campaigning for Kairi Sane to turn heel. So I thought it'd be something. It'd be something for EO. Have a heel turn from Kairi Sane so they can have a program, right? That's why I said a while ago. I knew this was going to happen. Does that make sense? Let's look at the chat. Look at the anger in the chat. Let's see how upset you guys are. Tiffany has had a lot of promos. I beg to differ. She had like a 1 in some backstage segments. She hasn't had that many promos. If you honestly look at it, it hasn't been that many promos, my guy. But I get your point. She had more than EO, but not that much. Let's see. To be honest, Raw needs more than just 2 call-ups. Why should Io Sky stay in WWE? They hate writing for her. Well, because it's a challenge, because she's currently the champion, because going to Japan is the easy way out, because when she goes to Marigold, she'll get nothing but title reigns. Look at what they're doing with freaking Mayu Watani. Her first match she wins. Going back to Japan for Io is the easy route. I'm sorry, it just is. Going to Marigold, becoming champion for her first match, I'm sure that excites you. It doesn't excite me, okay? She's challenging herself in WWE. And by the way, she's currently champion. So it could be worse. It could be worse. She beat Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in a great match, one of the greatest matches at Mania ever. You would sacrifice that for her to go back to Marigold and dominate and be booked like a god. Does that sound exciting to you? I want Saree to go to WWE. It's a challenge. I want to see her progress. I want to see her get the highest level. That's exciting to me. Not going back to Japan and being booked by someone who loves you, like your daughter, like you're his daughter. Sure, she'll be win all the belts in Marigold. Okay, she'll beat Utami. She'll beat everybody for the belt. That's what you want? Okay. I want to see her continue to push herself and be in WWE and challenge herself. And by the way, she's still a champion. She's still the goddamn champion. Let's see. Oh yeah, she has way more money in WWE. She gets way more money than what Rossi would pay her, by the way. She's not upset. She's not suffering in the WWE. She's getting paid. And she's champion, by the way. Let's see. The draft happening? Probably not. Asuka turning on Io. There's like a gnat in front of my freaking face constantly. Like, it's annoying. There's all these lights I have up here. When a gnat gets in here, the circle around the lights is kind of annoying. Asuka turning on Io would be great. Noob, I don't mind that one bit. Let's see. We need a woman to lose, and it's always Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is in a storyline right now. She's losing because she's in a storyline that requires her to lose for it to make sense. Talker TV says, had it not released people, it would have more opponents. That's not the problem. A lack of opponents is not the problem. It's Triple H's booking style. When you're champion, you don't wrestle that much. Look at Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley wrestled way more right now without the belt than she did with the belt. Same for Bianca. Bianca wrestled way more without the belt than she does with the belt. This is how he books. Champions become pay-per-view wrestlers. That's what they become, typically. Not foreign to Io Sky. It happened to Bayley. It happened to Bianca at a stage. It happened to a lot of champions. When you're a champion, you get the pay-per-view wrestler thing. Now, you could say, you're not wrestling at the pay-per-views either. Here's the thing. I'll be surprised if Io did not wrestle at Night of Champions. So here's the question. Who should you wrestle? Who should Io Sky wrestle at Night of Champions? She's going to get a title match. So who should it be? I'm going to guess Asuka or Kairi. Asuka or Kairi will face Io Sky at Night of Champions. Who do you prefer? Who do you prefer, Asuka or Kairi, for Io Sky at Night of Champions. When does Liv Io happen? I don't know. Right now, Liv Morgan is in a program with Nikki Bella, which I like for her. I liked her interaction with Nikki Bella. I like the back and forth. I like that promo segment between them. I thought it was solid. Bringing up Dom was fine. Bringing up Roxanne, taking Dom, that was fine. The Oblivion was fine. I love all that. Liv Morgan is a very, very good spot creatively. So we'll see what happens there. Stephanie is rumored for Night of Champions. So Stephanie's going to lose her match and then get a shot at Io. I mean, I guess. But that'd be kind of weird. Lose your match and get a shot. Well, I guess Asuka's the same situation, right? Asuka's in a tournament. So I guess it's the same for her as well. I don't know. We'll see. But Stephanie's a good match for her. Does it happen in Night of Champions? I wouldn't do it there. I'd do Kyrie or Asuka personally, but we'll see. Rhea versus Io at Evolution. I can see it. I can see it. Or, well, right now, if you remember, Rhea is in a storyline right now with Raquel right now, it seems. So do they push that to Evolution? Is it a cage match? Is it a last woman standing match at Evolution between Roxanne and, well, not Roxanne, between Raquel and Rhea Ripley? I can see that. I can see a last woman standing match between those two at Evolution. We'll see how long the Raquel Rhea Ripley storyline goes. We'll see how long it goes. Still lots of movement to be made. A lot of movement. These are not set at all. Not at all. Okay. Let's transition. Does Rhea Ripley cost Raquel next week? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know either. Rhea Ripley, Raquel, maybe at Evolution. Asuka Kyrie at SummerSlam. I'm thinking that's a Rhea Ripley match. I'm thinking Rhea against Io at SummerSlam, but we'll see. I'm sure if Io was not happy, she would talk to Triple H. She's fine. She's fine. I think she's fine with what's happening. We don't love it as fans watching, but she's fine. She's champion. She beat Bianca and Rhea Ripley at Mania. She's not complaining about her situation at all. I guarantee you she's not complaining. But that doesn't mean we have to be happy about it. We don't have to be happy because she's happy with it. But I just don't think it's like, oh, go back to Japan worthy. That's asinine to me. They always get bad booking when they're babyface champions, so it's not something new. I think you're right. Raquel versus Rhea Ripley at Evolution. If you're doing Rhea against Io at SummerSlam, you gotta give Rhea Ripley stuff to do. But you're utilizing Raquel right now, and that's fine. Utilize Raquel. Kyrie saying, water come my mouth. Kyrie saying, she stormed off when Nikki Bella showed up. So maybe Kyrie's getting upset, getting frustrated. Maybe she takes out her anger on Io Sky. All right, talk about R-Truth. R-Truth had one hell of a segment. My man came out there and cut off his damn hair. Very interesting segment there for R-Truth. Let me see if I can find R-Truth real quick. Here's R-Truth. So, R-Truth went out there, stood on the table, and told the fans they're the reason why he's back. Don't let anybody tell you your voice don't matter. Don't let anybody tell you you can't make things change. I'm back because of you. Yada, yada, yada. Then he says, R-Truth is gone. And now, Ron Killings is here. Then he cut off his hair. Like a psycho. I thought the segment was great. I thought the promo was very good. I think that I'm glad they're not doing the same old thing with him. They could have came back and did the same beats, the same typical silly moments, the same typical one-liners. It could have did that, but it did something different here, going a different route, and I appreciate that. So good for R-Truth and creative team for taking a chance here. I believe the entire thing came down to numbers. Okay, R-Truth was cut because of a spreadsheet. Nothing personal, nothing like that. It was simply a spreadsheet. Okay, how much is this man making versus his contribution? It's a big gap. Look at Carlito. How much is Carlito making versus his contribution? A big gap. How much is Valhalla making versus her contribution? A big gap. Okay, cut these people. It was not really a personal thing. They weren't considering the fans or the morale. They looked at the spreadsheet and say, okay, this makes sense numbers wise, cut them. It backfired, but I understand the decision from a business standpoint, looking solely at the numbers, but they didn't consider other things like fan reaction and morale, stuff like that. So they went back on it, they brought him back, but he was cut because of a spreadsheet. Simple numbers is why he got cut. Money versus how much you're actually contributing is why he got cut. But he's back. I'm glad they're doing something different here with R-Truth. I'm glad he's getting a new direction, a new character, more serious. Maybe he'll be in matches more often, I don't know. But I think he'll be contributing more to justify his existence. I mean that creatively, right? You have to justify your existence. You must contribute to justify your paycheck and your presence on the show. So I think they're going to give him a different character, different direction, so he can justify that contract he has. Because before, the money wasn't mathing. From a spreadsheet standpoint, the money was not mathing. That's why he got cut. By the way, the crowd was gasping when he cut his hair. They were shocked. I thought we were always shocked, honestly. Great promo, though. Great promo. Ron Killings is here. Let's see what Ron Killings has in store for us. We'll see. Yes, Ron Killings is driving the truck, the car, the plane, the train, and we'll see what comes of it. Will people forget about R-Truth in a year, or will this momentum continue for a while? I don't know. We'll see. Fans got what they want. Now support Ron Killings, support this creative direction, and we'll see what happens with it. We'll see what happens with Ron Killings, if it's going to be any good at all. I'm hoping for the best. Man cut his hair on live TV. End up looking like this. We'll see what Ron Killings has in store for us going forward. All right, let's talk about Becky Lynch, the A champion. Creatively, at least. The A champ. Funny because this promo came right after Io Sky's 10 seconds. Kind of crazy. I think Becky Lynch is amazing. I think her heel work is great. Her character work is great. Her mic work is great. And creative team likes working with her and like pushing her forward. And can't complain because her work is always great. She said, wait, no, you deserve it chance? What's happening here? Why am I not getting any you deserve it chance? And she's like, it's rare that I accomplish something new because I've done everything. She was in her bag. She was just cooking her bag. She calls Lyra the bird lady. And she said, Lyra tried to kill me. Oh, Becky Lynch's heel work is so good. I love it. I miss this heel stuff from Becky Lynch. It's always funny. I'm always laughing. She's always great, man. I love her heel work. She was cooking. Then she calls out Lyra because she was upset that Lyra tried to kill her at Money in the Bank. And before Lyra can even come to the ring, Bayley returns. We get the return of Bayley. Happy to see it. Happy to see Bayley. Bayley showed up to attack Becky. Now we're going to get a storyline between Becky and Bayley. And Lyra did not know Bayley was showing up. She was surprised to see Bayley. So what's going to happen here? Will it be a three-way? Will it be a Bayley versus Becky at Evolution? I don't know. But I'm happy to see Bayley. I love the work Becky is doing. So, yeah, good stuff. Becky forgot Lyra was there. She forgot talking shit. Lyra threw back in the ring. And Bayley tried to give her the rose plant, and then Becky escaped at the last second. Good stuff from Becky in the segment. And we have the role model back. What's going to happen? Triple threat seemed like the plan. I can see it. I can see a triple threat for sure. Yep, loves working with Becky for sure. That's for damn sure. Glad Becky's back, same. Yeah, I think this would be better. I think babyface Bayley with heel Becky would be better than what they did last time. I just love Becky in the heel role. Looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. But yeah, good segment, good stuff. What else? Stephanie McKay. That's embarrassing. Nikki Bella's showing up on Raw. You don't know the talent's name. Stephanie McKay. That is terrible. That is terrible. Anyway. What else? Stephanie McKay. Anyway, let's move on to Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn won his qualifying match. They used LA Knight to protect Braun Breaker, and Sami Zayn pinned Dom. I also had a backstage segment with Karrion Kross. I think it was during the commercial break. So if you were an international viewer, you saw Sami Zayn interact with Karrion Kross after the match. But Braun Breaker lost because of LA Knight. So it looks like they're doing LA Knight against Seth Rollins, basically. So I think next week we're going to have LA Knight screw Bronson Reed. And that makes sense. Braun Breaker should not be winning the tournament right now because Braun Breaker is a Seth Rollins lackey. So I'll let the lackey be progressing in the tournament. It makes no sense. Right now, Seth Rollins is the guy. So you can't have Braun Breaker in the tournament. Advancing. It doesn't make sense for the storyline. Again, Braun Breaker is losing because it doesn't work for the storyline. Okay, so Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed both have to lose to facilitate the Seth story. Liv Morgan has to lose to facilitate the narrative between him, Roxanne, and Finn. Okay, that's what's happening. Losses with a purpose. With a purpose. But yeah, Sami advances. Good for him. What's going to happen there? I don't know. I think Sami will get to the finals and lose. So this is the backstage segment with Karrion Kross that we didn't see. But I think Sami Zayn will get to the finals, I think. Yeah, LA Knight will cost Bronson Reed. That's the storyline. Makes sense. That's what's going to happen. 1 down, 2 to go. 1 down, 2 to go. I thought AJ Styles and AJ Styles and Gable had a good match. I'm loving Chad Gable. I like that he's getting his flowers right now. He's getting his flowers. He's losing matches, by the way. Another person losing matches, but it's working for him. He's getting over with the fans. He is doing good work. Chad Gable's losing, but Grande Americano is winning. That's a story right now. That's a story. Same person. There's a moment during the match where he checked for his metal plate. Like, dude, you're not a Grande Americano right now. You're Chad Gable. Good story beat there. He's checking for the plate on his head, like, oh wait, I'm Chad Gable right now. Good stuff. Chad Gable losing, but getting his flowers. He's working well. He's doing great matches. He's on fire right now. And I think Chad Gable should be champion here eventually. He deserves it. He's earned it. Putting on great matches. I thought his match with AJ Styles was good. Liking what he's doing every day. Every show, just doing great work. So Chad Gable gets his flowers and doing great stuff. That'll be hoping he gets the title reign here soon. Because why not? Chad Gable's great. He's awesome. Great character work, great ring work. He's losing, but it's all fine, right? What else we got here? I think that's it, really. That's all I really want to talk about from Raw. Good show. Okay, here's the thing. Here's something else I want to talk about. Bianca Belair. So I have this theory. Well, not really a theory, but I had a thought the other day. I think Bianca Belair, there's a decent chance that she will pick Naomi over Jade Cargill. I kind of see the vision now. And I think it could happen. I really think it could happen. It's really plausible that could happen. Why? Well, a couple reasons. Right now, they're very much teasing the Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill moment or interaction or story beat. They have Jade Cargill talking about Bianca Belair backstage. Hey, how is your relationship with Bianca? What's going on? And before she can even answer the question, Charlotte Flair shows up. Charlotte Flair says, hey, salt looks like sugar. Be careful who your friends are, yada, yada, yada. Bianca Belair has yet to lay hands on Jade or Naomi. They're saving that for something, right? So that moment has to happen here eventually. I think Bianca Belair has to choose between the two at some point. I think the more compelling storyline is Bianca Belair choosing Naomi over Jade. I don't think it makes any sense for Bianca Belair to be on good terms with Jade right now at this point. Before, if it would have happened before, then fine. But it waited so long. At this point, is that really interesting or compelling or shocking? I think they may go for the shocking angle with Bianca and Naomi, considering Bianca and Naomi have not had any type of fisticuffs, no interaction physically, and Naomi is still trying to get Bianca Belair on her side. You watch her interviews, no matter what Bianca says, she's still saying, we're cool, we're going to figure it out, right? What's the payoff here? What is the payoff? Bianca and Naomi feud? Sure, maybe. Or are they trying to do some other shit here? Look no further than last year, SummerSlam. Remember the surprise of Dom picking Liv Morgan over Rhea Ripley? They may go for another story like that. Another SummerSlam moment this year, but this time, instead of Dom picking Liv, Bianca picks Naomi at SummerSlam. I can see it. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Be clear. I'm saying I can see it. I can see a scenario where Bianca Belair picks Naomi at a SummerSlam for a big shocking moment. I can see it. They're saving that Bianca Jade stuff for something. They're teasing something. They're teasing some type of moment. I just think the more compelling storyline is Bianca and Naomi coming back together and Bianca not choosing Jade. Now you could say, why would Bianca pick Naomi? Naomi freaking broke into her family's house, you know? Again, no physical interaction. Bianca has not hit Naomi. Naomi has not hit Bianca, right? They're saving that for something. Bianca could say, you know what? At the end of the day, we're sisters. Sisters fight. And you send my sister, I'm going to ride with you. They could do that. Hell, last year, Dom said, Liv Morgan, I hate you. Freaking last year, Bronson Reed gave Seth like 7 tsunamis. And now Bronson Reed's working with Seth. So let's not pretend like they don't have a storyline where they can like renege on that, right? Freaking Julia was teaming up with Roxanne Perez not too long ago. So they could come up with something for Bianca to forgive Naomi for attacking Jade. Again, broke into her family's house, but she didn't really do anything. Like, she didn't steal anything. She didn't take anything. You can say, that's my sister, we fight, but ultimately I got her back from now on. You can do that. Hey, consider what happened with Rhea Ripley. I said this on Twitter. Rhea Ripley won. She won the Royal Rumble in 2023, right? But before that, what was she doing? For her entire heel run, all she was doing was helping Judgment Day retain. Helping Dom, helping Finn, helping Damon Priest, and then she won the Royal Rumble and she got her push. They may do the same thing here with Bianca Belair. Remember, Nia Jax was champion as a heel, and she had Tiffany and Candice LeRae as her backup. And she was a freaking dominant heel force, right? When Naomi's champion, who can be her backup? Maybe nobody. It's possible she rolls by herself, or for a swerve, they put Bianca with Naomi, and Bianca is her backup, and Bianca's helping her retain, and then Bianca Belair, like to do with Rhea Ripley, then she gets her singles push to win the Rumble. It's possible. We've seen it before, and it's a possible route. Now, some people say you can put Jordynne Grace with Naomi. Jordynne Grace can be Naomi's backup, sure, but I think Jordynne Grace will more likely be a face. If you look at Raw, they brought up Stephanie and Roxanne. Roxanne the heel, Stephanie is a face. Same on SmackDown. I think on SmackDown, Julia will be the heel, and Jordynne Grace will be the face. You can run Julia and Jordynne Grace. And her relationship with Naomi is a TNA thing. I don't think Triple H is concerned with bringing over TNA storylines. He wants to do his own thing. I don't think just because Jordynne Grace and Naomi were friends in TNA that Triple H cares about that. I think Jordynne Grace will come in as a face to balance out the Julia heel stuff. And if anything, more likely that Naomi gets her backup as a heel from Bianca Belair as a swerve move. Bianca and Naomi are heels again. This time, Bianca's helping Naomi in a singles capacity, similar to the Bayley Sasha Banks stuff, where Sasha Banks was helping Bayley retain all the way. I can see that happening. Bianca helps Naomi retain as single champion, and then Bianca Belair gets her singles push around Rumble, similar to what they did with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was helping Judgment Day, and then they gave her a singles push at Rumble. It's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it's possible now. I see the vision now for that. They're teasing Bianca Jade, some story beat coming up. I'm just wondering what's compelling here. Why do the writers still have Naomi, no matter what Bianca says, every week Naomi says, we're fine, we're cool, that's my girl. Every week, no matter what, they still have Naomi creatively saying that Bianca Belair is still her girl. Bianca says, I'm going to hurt you worse than what you did to Jade. And next week, Naomi's like, we're cool, that's my girl. We're fine, whatever. What's the payoff here? What's the most compelling, interesting payoff? You tell me. You tell me. Let's see. Bianca's heel turn will overshadow Naomi, not if she's helping Naomi. Not if she's helping Naomi. I agree with that. If she turned heel and went solo, that'd be one thing. But if she turns heel and helps Naomi, it wouldn't overshadow her. It would not overshadow her if they did that. But if she turned heel and she was separate from Naomi, it would. I agree with that. But if she's helping Naomi, I think it's different. Jay beating Bianca Belair weekly, hopefully just to come on here and talk about Will's story. Yeah. If Jade is beating Bianca Belair every week for a purpose, yeah, it'd be a storyline. I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. If it's leading to something, if a story's being told, Bianca would get more shine than Naomi. Depends on the storyline. All in the execution. It's all in the execution. I don't necessarily disagree, but it's all in the execution. That's all. That won't be good for Naomi. Again, it's all in the execution. We saw Bayley, Sasha Banks storyline where Sasha Banks was helping Bayley. Was that bad for Bayley? Remember that? Was it 2020? Was it during the pandemic when Sasha Banks was helping Bayley retain every step of the way? Was that bad for Bayley? You tell me. Some people love that segment or that time period for Bayley. What makes me mad is that Liv and Dom at the Triple H show, a happy couple, but on Raw they have tension. Do they have tension on Raw? Not really. She's upset she's losing. She's in a sour mood. But I don't really see any like tension between those two, really. She's upset with Finn. She's upset with Roxanne, but she's not like lashing out at Dom. So I don't really see her being that upset with Dom right now. But that's just me. I don't see Bianca as a sidekick to Naomi though. Would it be a sidekick? Again, it's all in the execution. It's all in the execution. It could come off like that if done poorly. Like if it's done poorly, then yeah. But it's possible you have her just helping Naomi. She can have her own feuds, her own storylines, but also helping Naomi. You have Bianca Belair against Jade, against Jordan Grace. You can have Bianca Belair have her moments while still helping Naomi. It's all in the execution. But I get your concerns. All your concerns are valid, but you can do it in a way that makes sense. That Bianca Belair is not being a sidekick and Naomi not getting overshadowed. There's ways to do it. Especially if Bianca Belair is going to win the Rumble anyway. If Bianca Belair is going to get her moment, here's a throwaway line. Check this out. Wow, I just came up with this on the fly. Came up with it on the fly. Let's say, raise your hand if you think Rhea Ripley will be champion heading the Crown Jewel. Raise your hand, put an emoji in the chat if you think Rhea Ripley will be champion going to Crown Jewel. Yay or nay? Y or N? Will Rhea Ripley be champion heading into Crown Jewel? I think we all agree here. I think we all agree. So, yeah, right, exactly. Okay. So, who's gonna be champion on the SmackDown side? Dare I say, Naomi? So that means match will be Naomi versus Rhea Ripley. Now, Bianca Belair is in Naomi's corner. You know where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going with this? If Bianca Belair is in Naomi's corner, Bianca Belair is trying to help Naomi. Have Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley interaction at Crown Jewel. And how close is the Rumble after Crown Jewel? Like, what, 2 months? That's all I'm saying. You could start the Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley beef. You kick it back up during Crown Jewel when Naomi faces Rhea Ripley in a champion versus championship match. All I'm saying, it's possible. Now, Bianca Belair helps Naomi win. Now, Rhea Ripley hates Bianca. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley in another feud, kick up Mania. I'm telling you, it's possible. That's all I'm saying. It's possible. Possible. Why not, Connor? Why would you not bank on face versus heel at Crown Jewel? Let's be honest about it, right? Let's be honest. Rhea will be champion. Rhea will be champion. Another question. When is Naomi going to cash in? I would say before Crown Jewel. I think it's very, very likely that Naomi and Rhea Ripley are the champions. Agree? Do you agree with that? I think it's very likely that those are your two champions heading into Crown Jewel. I think Rhea Ripley beats Io at SummerSlam. I think Naomi catches in around SummerSlam. So I think Naomi will hold the belt for a bit. And Rhea Ripley, that's Triple H's daughter. She ain't dropping that belt anytime soon. We have a Rhea Ripley Naomi match. 1-on-1? Sure. Will Bianca Belair be in her corner? That'd be compelling to see Bianca Belair try to help Naomi beat Rhea Ripley. Kick off that feud. It makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah, just to be clear, Crown Jewel is on Rhea Ripley's birthday in Australia. She's going to be in the title match. She may lose, but she'll be in the damn title match. That's for damn sure. I think she'll be facing Naomi. All right, I'll open up for questions. 15 more minutes. What you guys got? Ask me all about the Joshis, all about your concerns, why you think I'm wrong. Let me have it for 15 minutes. I want Tiffany still to be champion. We're in June. Naomi cashing in after Crown Jewel is unlikely, I think. Tiffany been champion since when? She cashed in on a SmackDown. She had a Mania match. I don't see it. I'd be surprised. I think Tiffany loses the belt before Crown Jewel for sure. Probably around SummerSlam. I think Tiffany will be off that belt. But we'll see. After Rhea Ripley jobs to, well, after EO jobs to Rhea Ripley, she won't job. Let's be clear about something. EO beat Rhea Ripley twice this year. I repeat, EO beat Rhea Ripley twice this year. What does her reign look like for Rhea Ripley? Stephanie's an option. Lyra's an option. Becky's an option. So assuming the Raw roster stayed the same, got heel Becky, you got Stephanie Becerra, you got Raquel again, you got what did I just say? I said somebody's name, I forgot it already. Oh, Lyra. You do face versus face. So there's options for her. There's options. Asuka. There's options. Roxanne Perez. You got some folks over there. Now, will Triple H book her to face those people? That's the question. Not for the lack of options. It's just Triple H's booking is kind of weird with Rhea Ripley. But there's bodies over there. There's bodies until Mania, for sure. When do we think the next Charlotte Flair reign is? Charlotte might beat Naomi for the belt. Or maybe Jade? I don't know. Who does Naomi cash in on? Tiffany or Jade? Probably Tiffany. You have Jade beat Naomi at Mania? I don't know. But I do think Naomi will win that belt with the quickness. With the quickness, folks. Let's see. Next question is up. Let's see. Red Dragon Slayer. Bianca has been booked like that. She has been booked like that. And I complained. Like I'm complaining now. Io Sky's booking is bad. She should be getting better booking as a champion. We agree. What do you think about faces winning most feuds / babyface / big mania matches, etc., while heels get most character storyline? That's a good question. Heels get better booking from a character standpoint and from a promo standpoint. Look at Becky. Look at Drew McIntyre's run. Heels get better creative. But you're saying the face wins the big matches at the big shows? Unless you're Roman Reigns, right? Intuitively, is that the right word I want to use? Maybe. Not intuitively, but typically, let's use that word. typically you want to get the fans happy. You know, the big babyface win at Mania is a feel good moment for the fans. Typically, the good guy wins in the end, right? So get Lyra winning the belt. Well, it's not Lyra, but Tiffany winning the belt or retaining at Mania, right? You had Jey Uso beating Gunther. You had Sami Zayn beating Gunther at Mania. You had Cody Rhodes defeating Roman Reigns. But sometimes you get heels winning, right? Gunther had a time where he was retaining the IC title at Mania all the time. It depends, but I agree with you. Typically, the big match, the face does win. But it's not so much that it's a problem, I don't think. My issue is Liv is in the top 3 in literally every category: merch, views, tendencies, or training, etc. But Liv don't get the same respect as other two of the Mania. I think Liv Morgan gets a lot of TV time, like you said. She's popular. You know who else is popular? LA Knight. LA Knight is popular. How many? LA Knight get the Cody Rhodes treatment? Nah. Roman Reigns? Nah. CM Punk? Nah. So she's in a spot right now, a very good spot creatively, a lot of time, but she's not one of the top talent in terms of like wins and booking strong. But she was champion last year. She did have the belt. Was it great booking? No, but she was champion. I get your point, but Liv Morgan is just not. She's not Rhea in Triple H's eyes. She's not Charlotte Flair in Triple H's eyes, but she is a very, very important player, a very, very important talent. Gives a lot of time, a lot of attention, and a lot of creative juice. A lot of creative juice. Let's see. What does Liv do at SummerSlam? Defend the tag titles, maybe? She is the tag team champions. Shouldn't those belts be defended? Triple H can't book babyfaces. He can, he just doesn't like it. Bianca had a better face title reign than Io. Well, let's wait and see how Io title reign goes. Bianca Belair had damage control, then a bad Alexa Bliss feud, and a bad Asuka feud. She faced Becky at first at SummerSlam. That was fine. But yeah, Bianca's face championship run was not the best, which is why I want Bianca Belair to win championship as a heel. Heels get better booking as champion. So next time Bianca Belair is singles champion, I want her to be heel. I don't want to see face champion Bianca. I want heel champion Bianca Belair. Io Sky's booking is not great. She should defend the belt by now. Titles are useless. I don't think Io Sky is an important player creatively for Triple H. I agree with that. Not creatively. I agree with you. He didn't defend. That was just a match against Stephanie Becerra. That was just like a singles match, an exhibition, no title defense at all. Io Sky outlasted Jey Uso's reign. That's crazy. That's hilarious. Well, I guess that makes sense because Io Sky won the belt for Mania, right? She won the belt. Well, that's not true. She did defend the belt. She defended the belt at Mania. She won the belt at Raw and then defended the belt at Mania. She has one title defense at Mania where she won against the two biggest names in the women's division. Two biggest pillars are Bianca and Rhea Ripley. She beat them clean. Beat them clean, folks. I agree. Her booking is not good. It's not. But that's not an EO thing. That's a Triple H bad with babyfaces thing. That's mostly it. Part of it is the EO thing, but most of it is he hates booking babyface champions. That's just a reality situation. He most likely he must rather he most rather book heels. 5 more minutes. I Liv Morgan moves a lot of merch. She does move a lot of merch. I agree they're booking like shit, but yeah, I see what you. That's why I disagree with you. You think EO Sky's not appreciated? I disagree. I think she is. You can't say she's not appreciated, but she beats Rhea Ripley and wins the belt, and then wins against Bianca and Rhea Ripley at Mania. It doesn't make sense to me. I did see that. Killer Kelly, I saw her return. Does she defeat Masha at Slammiversary? I don't think so. I'm still of the mind that Tessa Blanchard will beat her for the belt, but I could be wrong about that. But I don't see why they brought in Tessa Blanchard to not give her the belt. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, she's been kind of on the back burner. But Slammiversary is coming up here soon. We'll see. Let's see. Slam anniversary. July 20th. That's kind of soon. Maybe that is her match at Slammiversary. I was so sure that Tessa would beat her at Slammiversary, but maybe they do that. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Either Tessa or Kelly or Killer Kelly, I guess. We'll see though. We'll see. My biggest problem with some of you guys, some of the EO stands here, I agree with what you're saying. I agree with you guys. Where I draw the line that she should go back to Japan. I think that's silly. I think that's silly. Truly, I think that's silly. That's where we disagree. Is the booking great? No. Should be getting more time? Yes. Should she go back to Japan? No, I think that's crazy. The current world champion. That's nuts. Any more questions about anything? What's happening tonight? NXT. What's happening on NXT tonight? WWE. The woman who beat Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley at Mania should go back to Japan. Yes, I think it's asinine. We have title match. Oba against Jasper. That should be interesting. We got Shawn Legacy against Ethan Page. That'd be fun. What else is going on here? Is that it for booking so far? No women's match? No women's match so far. Crazy. Remember, Mariah something. Maybe we'll get the name revealed tonight. Mariah May will be in the show. Be in the house. See what kind of name she gets. My catalog speaks for itself. I agree, Jordan Grace. Your catalog does speak for itself. You are an awesome talent. And you deserve all the flowers you get. Really does. Great talent. Oh, says my catalog speaks for itself. It does. You all want to tune in to NXT tonight? Oh, you'll want to. Okay, I got you. Not you all. You'll want to tune in to NXT tonight. I will be doing that, Mariah. I will be doing that. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing of substance. Here's Io Sky being talked about by her title reign. Let's see what else we got here. Let me go to Reddit real quick. See anything broke? Anything worth the damn? Here's some reality about AW's numbers. So Dave Meltzer's a dumbass. I think this is a simple question, Andrew. If Max averages 25% of viewership compared to the program's linear viewership, why wouldn't Zaslav on the investor call speak to the outlier? AW is if they are getting 500K an episode. That's a bullshit number. And Andrew agrees. They're not getting 500K. Who put that shit out? Like, people are so dumb to believe shit like that. 500K on Max? There was a time where they're barely getting that on TV. But now that they put it on Max, they're going to get that on Max. That's an asinine assertion. If they were getting that on Max, they'll be shouting that from the rooftops. We're getting 500K viewers on Max. It's amazing. That number that freaking Dave was pushing was so asinine. They were getting like 600K without Max. But now it's on Max. Somehow a magical 400,000 people started watching it on Max. It makes no sense. What a stupid storyline or narrative that was running on within the IWC. It was so stupid. Tsunami to Mr. Iguana? That's hilarious. I'm listening to this later. What else we got here? 400K on Max. Miz to... Why is he posting that? Why is he posting that? That's funny. Is this in Saudi Arabia? John Cena, you are hilarious, my friend. Cena, you are hilarious. Yeah, he's gonna be on NXT for sure. Mr. Iguana, at some point, he'd be there. But this is the Miz in Saudi Arabia, I think. That's funny. I see what you're doing there, John. I see what you're putting down there. I see what's enjoying AEW. I love that's the buzzword with AEW. I love their freedom. Shotzi, stay the hell away from AEW. You just stay the hell away. Look at Deonna Purrazzo. Look at Britt Baker. Look at you name them. There's no guarantees with AEW. You'll use her for a month, and Shotzi, of all people, will be put on the back burner in AEW for sure. She'd be given like the Penelope Ford role, something like that. There's no way in hell she should go there. There's nowhere in hell. It'd be a very, very bad spot for her. She'll be doing nothing. She'll be doing nothing in 2 months. I'm telling you. We've seen the evidence at this point. It'd be a very, very bad decision. She should do the indies, but stay away from AEW. There's no way Tony Khan can consistently book her. No way. He will forget about her within 2 months. I'm telling you. Ring of Honor, if she's lucky, he'll be getting nothing creatively. Yeah, freedom is the buzzword that he uses all the time. The hot girls get to make out with each other. Okay, Shotzi. Okay, Shotzi. You can do that anywhere. The card for Triple Mania got Nimic Brothers, got Joe Hendry, and Moose. We can go against freaking Alberto Del Rio. You got a good TNA presence here. A very good TNA presence. Let's see. Where's the WWE folks? Just curious. Alberto, there go. Angel and Alberto, they're right there for that tag match. It looks like there's more of a TNA representation here. That's cool. That's cool. What else we got here? And that is, oh, look at these two. That breakup is going to be crazy when it happens. Let's see. All right, this thing's going to be crazy. This man, life changed after one YouTube stream. All it took was one YouTube stream. This man's life completely changed. What is Nagasaka up to here? Rossi Ogawa told me that I never lose any more belly fat at my age. Rossi's hilarious. That's crazy, Rossi. Rossi don't care. Rossi Ogawa does not care. What? Being thin isn't the only right thing to do. Not fair to say that he's free to go out just because he's a professional wrestler. Rossi Ogawa is nothing wrong with him. Keep saying anything about people's weight. He's an old fart. When you're old, you don't realize that times have changed. Can't you be saying that people need to lose weight? That's taboo these days. Maybe back in the day that was okay, but now it's kind of taboo. Granted, it happens a lot behind the scenes in a lot of sports, in a lot of creative realms. When you cast somebody to be in a movie where they have to be athletic, you tell them, hey, you got to get in shape, got to lose some weight. You cast somebody to be a boxer, guess what? Got to get in boxing shape. So I get it from that perspective, but Rossi needs to just chill. Let's see. Enough of this. Enough. All right, that's enough for Reddit. All right, folks. That's it for the stream. I think we are going to get a good NXT show tonight. I think we are in for a good build to the Queen and Kingdom ring. Hopefully Evolution. So the Evolution building has started. We're building towards Evolution. Liv, Nikki Bella is the match. First one up. We'll see what else comes next. But I don't mind that at all. I think it's pretty fun to see Nikki and Liv Morgan. I think it makes sense in a lot of ways. I think it's going to be a good matchup. Liv Morgan can work with anybody. I'm loving Liv Morgan's work. So I'm looking forward to that match. What happens? Will it be Nikki and Brie against Liv Morgan and Raquel? Will the tag titles be on the line? I think I preferred it to be a singles match. You have Raquel, Rhea Ripley wrestle each other at Evolution. So I want to see a singles match between Liv Morgan and Nikki, but we'll see what happens. Open retains tonight. Well, will we get another shocking title? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy to see Jasper beat Obafemi tonight. But because of all these shock results, I'm gonna tune in. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Oba will retain, but I'm definitely gonna tune in to see what the hell happens. Because these days, Shocking things are happening. Like when Stephanie lost to JC Jane. Shocking things happen. Yeah, it'd be funny, Tristan. Be freaking hilarious. Crazy. All right, folks, that's it for the stream. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll talk to you guys later.